I have 200,000 in debt. That includes my mortgage, and it will take me 7 years to pay off everything. I've only had my mortgage for 3 years. I have to take a step back because in my mind the numbers start running, and you've been paying 3 years, so you paid a whole lot of interest already. You're going to have it paid off in 7 years. So your 30-year mortgage became a 10-year mortgage, and had you caught it at the beginning, had you already had this program before you bought the home, Lord only knows how much time you would have saved, because that's where all your interest is in that first 4 years, right? 4 to 7 years. So she says, I was very surprised how much interest the bank was going to take from me. I'm not, which was 135,000. But with the software, I would keep 90 of it, because you've already probably paid a lot of that, if I'm not mistaken, because I think it figures whatever, maybe just the years you have left. Okay, but still, that is a lot of money. I was in shock, but very happy at the same time. Thank you for sharing that. It's so true that the system is unbelievable. And I want all of my clients, I make the request. It's not a suggestion. I don't care. It's not a requirement, but I like for my investors, anybody with multiple properties, to go to them first before they come to me and pay for my services, because almost every time, okay, 99.999% of the time, the software gets them way down, because I don't know the algorithm that computer uses to deduct or save that interest on those mortgages like that. I mean, I can figure it and I can show you how much you can save by doing a rundown, but it gets to the nitty gritty. So I can't do that. So I always send the investors and have them go through that first. If they don't want the program or whatever, then I'll take them, because I just want to give them that option so that they know, hey, you're an investor, you can add properties quicker going through this system. I went through the financing option, which was pretty simple. Okay, so you finance. I started setting it up. It's pretty interesting, but I definitely need a class. Yeah, they teach you all that stuff. Can you tell me about the all-in-one loan being discussed on the Fantastic Finance chat groups? All-in-one is the same thing as a first lien HELOC. Okay, so we talk about that a lot. The UK and Australia also use, they're called offset loans over there, offset mortgages. Same thing. They just put the loan, the mortgage loan, into a line, and now it's all in one. Then they give you the equity that, up to 90% that's remaining. I hope that makes sense. But the same thing as the first lien HELOC, it's just taking that mortgage loan from an amortized schedule into a simple interest. What would you say to a first-time home buyer that just started to look at homes? I would say find the home that you're interested in, and when you're ready to look at financing, talk to the first lien HELOC people. I have lenders if you need that. Yeah, the first lien HELOC. The first lien, I have my brother in that. I have friends in that. I have a lot of clients in that, and I think it's a good product. I would use it if I bought a home. I would get into the first lien HELOC. I have the software now, so I'm going to be running through whatever with both of them, just to see how fast I can get them paid off. As a matter of fact, Rick is going to run some numbers for me so that I can see what I too can do if I'm in the software and I have, a first lien HELOC. For some reason, they don't consider that a mortgage. I kind of consider it one because it's still a loan on a home and we know it as mortgage. So, but it's really just a line of credit. Do you have lenders in Michigan? Ethan, the lenders that I use can work all over the U.S. except for Texas, Alaska, and Hawaii. So yes, if you're talking about the first lien HELOC lenders, yes, they do work in Michigan. You don't have to wait. You can move into a first lien HELOC anytime that you're ready. There is no wait time. I had a really good friend that had just bought a home, and he was in a mortgage, brand new, within the month, and they transferred him into the first lien HELOC. Okay, so I don't think it takes any time. Okay, but I want to talk about our goals. I didn't used to believe in writing down goals. I thought it was stupid. I thought I was too busy and that it was a waste of time. I have since learned how serious goals were. Okay, so dream big. Don't be, like when I was afraid to write down, pay off my mortgage, I wasn't dreaming big. I think we should dream big. We should put the big things down. Think abundance. Think abundantly. What is it that you would really like to see in your life? Not just, okay, I would like an extra $5 this week so I can, you know, eat, or $20 so I can eat out. Think big. Zig Ziglar said to shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you're still going to land among the stars. Great saying, and that's exactly what we need to do. So a goal of mine this year is to reach 1 million subscribers. To me, in my mind, that's insane because I'm just barely at 200,000. But who thought that I would be at 200,000 1 year ago? So that was insane as the million. So maybe, I want to believe it, but that's a crazy one. But that is, I have a board on my bedroom wall that I wake up to every morning, and that's what it says. So with many other things on there. So dream big, put it down, even if it's crazy, write it down. Don't be thinking little. Let's dream big because you're a creator. We were all created in the image of a creator, and I feel like we need to be using that more. So I want you all to think about something. What was your most memorable event or trip or whatever that you did during 2023? What was your most memorable outing, maybe? Something that you really enjoyed. The reason I'm asking you that is whatever that was, you need to prepare it for this year too. That could have been a vacation you went on. Okay, so when you know what your memorable time is, the reason that I wanted you all to think about that, you need to plan those times. My memorable times have been on New York City trips. Go figure. I don't know why. That is like with my girls. I took all three of them in 2016 and 2018, and we had a blast. So when I think about a memorable time with them, it's in New York City. So I wanted to go there with my husband, but it seems like it might be a little dangerous time to go right now. So I'm kind of waiting. I want you guys to look at your spending. And when I say look at your spending, what is it that was most enjoyable for you to do? And how much money did you spend on it? And how can you take and put that into your budget? Okay, so that you're giving. I love to give, I love to tithe. So this would be my most important thing that I do is I look to see where my giving is going to be for the year. Fun, what is your fun? A hobby. Do you have a hobby that you absolutely love to put time into? What's it costing you to do that? Eating out. That's a luxury for some people. So how much eating out did you do in 2023, and how much do you want to do this in 2024? If you figure things like that as a line item in your budget, put more money into the areas that you really, really enjoy. And I feel like that if when we're writing down our vision of how we want, the remainder of 2024 to be, and we're thinking abundantly, which of these areas is it that you want to put more money into that you feel like you can't right now? Okay. How about traveling, vacations, eating out? When I say fun, my daughters love to do escape rooms. I hate escape rooms because I'm from the 80s and I need to, have fun like on roller skates or what do we do? Anything, hands on, like playing outside, roller coasters, something like that. And your debt elimination goals, your savings and your investment goals. I feel like that we just forget because we're thinking, okay, we're going to spend this much in gas this month. We're going to spend this much on our home, on getting the yard mowed. What is a convenience, by the way? Do you think about conveniences, things that you don't have to have, but you want, like getting your house cleaned? Some people pay to get their house cleaned. I don't, but sometimes I look around and I wonder why I don't have somebody come in here and help me clean up sometimes. But if you need your yard work done, maybe that's a convenience. You don't have to have it, but you would like the convenience of somebody taking care of your yard. But I always go over the goals list, and my goals are a little bit different because people are thinking about goals as, okay, well, I want to reach, making $5,000 more this year, or, goals that, okay, I'm going to lose 10 pounds this year or, this month or whatever. It's important to have those goals, But I think that when you're dreaming bigger and you're putting things that made you happy, which are the memories, and what are the things you actually want to do with your money, what are the conveniences that you would like in your life, I feel like that those are more important goals. How much time do you want to spend with your kids? Have you done something with your children, your small children? A big thing for me when my kids were small and I had no money, we would go to this little river and I would take them there, and you'd like lift up the rocks and let they call them crawdads or something like that, and they used to fly out of there and scare the heck out of you because you always thought they was going to jump on you or something. They had a blast doing that, and I had a blast watching them, and it was free, and we would get a little net, and then they would catch them and put them in a jar like thing, and then we'd have to let them all loose because I was not taking those things in the car with me. So just little things like that I have memories of. They have memories of that we got to do together. It didn't cost us a dime just to drive there. So things that make you feel good, that's the things you need to dwell on. That's the things you need to think about. What made you happy this year? What made you happy last year? We get so stressed out thinking about work and the debt and all that. And I sure hope that through this process that you all have learned enough that you're able to jump in to what it is that you're wanting to do with your finances, and that you feel good about them. You feel in control. And I wish, if you guys have not found that feeling yet, if you haven't found that you are in control, you're going to if you are doing velocity banking.